Hi guys, welcome back. I hope you had a great weekend. How did you do with your landscaping? Pretty good? I've seen a bunch of you have been replying back to me through Canvas. You're doing a great job. Emery, Ella, Peyton, I got notes from all of you that you're doing your projects and you're doing well, so keep them going. I'm gonna start moving pretty fast today because I've got a lot of things I want us to try to get done. The next project we're going to do is an underwater scene, okay? This is an example that I did. Yours can vary a lot, but you want to have fun with it. Remember, when you're doing your art projects, it's for fun. It's to give you a creative outlet and just to enjoy it. Don't get stressed over it and have fun. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do a few of these animals with simple shapes, of course. So we'll start with our most simple one. We have our little Dorito fish that some of you have done before. That's simple. You know that that is just a triangle and a triangle out here. Whoop. Here, how about that for a triangle? Okay, all he needs is his eye, and you can be fancy and give him some zebra stripes. You can do something fancy on his tail. A super easy fish, okay? The next one we're gonna do that's super easy too is a jellyfish. That, all you have to do is make a semicircle, and I put a little band there. I make it have just like an irregular edge to it. And then we just do some irregular lines going down, okay? Simple jellyfish. We can go back through and make it have some extra lines so it looks like it has a little bit of a thickness to it. And all you're doing is following along your line and making it a little bit thick. And there you go. You have jellyfish. Okay? So far so good? The next thing we're going to do is this starfish. The starfish, I saw a really fun way to do it, and I have never seen it done like this before, but it's really easy. You're going to make a circle and make a dot, and then you're going to have 5 arms for your starfish. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you have your base for your starfish, and we're just going to go around each of the arms, around it, and we have a starfish. So then all we have to do is take these out so you can't see your circle anymore. So remember, you're always using your pencil lightly when you're drawing. We're going to take this line in a little bit further if you want. And starfish usually have a little round thing in the center. And then you have a starfish. And then all you're going to have to do is put the little circles on it to give it a little bit of texture. So now we have 3 of the sea creatures. All right, the next one on this page is the coral. The coral's organic. It's just an organic shape. It's not like the geometric shapes like our circles, squares, rectangles. Organic means it comes from nature. So we're just going to come up and over, come up and over. It's kind of like making a tree. I'm going to say, oh, this would be a good arm. This is a good arm. And you just kind of make arms onto your coral. We can have another one. You're just going to go organically out. And all of a sudden you can build onto your coral. Simple? Yes. Okay? We're going to just add some detail for this guy. And you'll have created your coral. The next thing that we're going to do is my favorite, the sea turtle. So, let's see if I will see if we can put them all on this page. Okay, for our sea turtle, you're going to do a semicircle for his shell. That's easy. Then you're going to do an oval out here for his head. And then you're just going to connect down, and he has his neck. We're going to give a little bit of a rim to his shell. Then we're just going to come out here like a L, he needs a tail. Then you can see the under part of his body also. So you have a sea turtle. We can move out away that part for his neck, add an eye and a mouth. And then on the sea turtle, we know that they have those plaques. So they're kind of like hexagon shapes. And you're going to fill it up. And we have a sea turtle. Okay, pretty simple. Remember, all we did was use our shapes. Next one we're going to do is our seahorse. Let's see, I'm going to erase this guy so we can have our seahorse up here. You're going to have a circle for his head. You're going to have an oval for his body, okay? Then you're going to connect your head to the body. This is going to be like a cone shape for his nose. And then the seahorse's tails, they come down and they curve back up, and we have the shape of a seahorse. Then the next thing we can do is add our seahorse's eye, and you want to fill it in. And they have a little bit of an edge for their mouth, and you can erase that up. Then they have kind of like a crown. So I like to go like this and just put some spikes around my seahorse so I can remember where they're at. And I'm going to go all the way down his tail. Okay? Then we're just going to put little circles on the top of each of the spikes. And I'd go all the way down. And then I'm just going to make it thick and come over here to this one and connect them like with the U. And it looks kind of like he has a crown on. Maybe they're the royalty of the sea, I'm not sure. We're going to just keep going down and connect it like U's all the way down. Okay, and we have our seahorse. Seahorses, they have their little fins that help them swim about halfway through their body. And they also have the ridges. We're going to erase that out. Wherever there's the little spike here, you can make it have a little bit of a ring coming around his body. And you can do it all the way down. Oops, I can erase that part out. And then we're going to come through with his tail and go all the way down as well. You can erase out this part and that part. Okay, and we have our seahorses. So now we have all of these little guys plus our jellyfish. And I wanted to show you a little trick. Okay, I'm going to show you how to use watercolor. Hopefully you have some watercolor at home, and if you don't worry. I have another thing for you to try. Okay, so whenever I'm using watercolor, let's say I'm doing the seahorse right here. I'm going to use a cup of water and my brush. These are my watercolors. And what I like to do, let's say we want to have a red seahorse. So what I would do is I would wet my watercolor and make it look like a little puddle. And I like to mix two colors together. So I'm going to do red in the color next to it. I'm going to dip in my brush, and I'm going to dip it into, brush it onto my paint, onto my paper. Okay, and I'm just going to take it as far as I can until my brush starts drying out. When it just starts drying out, we don't want to just start scrubbing. All we need to do is go back and dip some more water into our brush and gently brush around my seahorse. Okay, and that way we have two colors that mix together. Now, Somebody's gonna say, Miss Angela, I did not have any watercolors at home. And I'm gonna say, maybe you have some markers. If you have washable markers, there's another fancy trick that we like to use. If we color with both of these, whoops, sorry, didn't mean to do that. All right, I'm gonna color with my dark green. I think I heard it because I dipped it in that water. Okay, here it comes. All right, I'm gonna use some of this color, and I'm not gonna color it all in solid. I'm gonna color it about halfway, and then I'm gonna take another color that's kind of close to it, like a green. Blue and green go together if you look at our coloring wheel. So here's some green over here. And I'm gonna use some green over here. And if you want to use just straight up markers, you can. But there is a trick that you can do with this. If you use two colors and you color them in the same space, okay? Then you're gonna take your clean paintbrush with just water on it, and I'm gonna dip it in there, and it will activate the marker and turn it into kind of like watercolor. So you can get a watercolor technique even if you don't have watercolor. See how I can spread it? And I can activate it from all of these places and fill it in. So you can color your scene in two different ways. You can use watercolors. You can use the technique of using two colors of markers that sit next to each other on the color wheel so they go together. Or you could just color it with crayons or colored pencils if you want to. So take your time, fill up your space with as many sea creatures as you can. Be creative. I did a few of them, and we know underneath the sea there's all sorts of things. Maybe we need a Nemo. Maybe we need a Dory. Maybe someone needs to do a shark. Whatever you do it well, and post back. Thanks. See you tomorrow.